Hello everyone. In today's class, we will see some questions based on quadratic equations and inequalities. Practice questions from question number 18 to 36. The images used in our slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. Let's start with question number 18. So if the roots of the quadratic equation x minus m upon mx plus mx plus 1 is equal to x plus n upon nx plus 1 are reciprocal to each other, then, so let's wait for 10 seconds. After that, we'll discuss the solution part. Okay, let's move to solution. Since roots of this quadratic equation are reciprocal of each other, so the quadratic equation can be obtained by cross multiplication, right? So after cross multiplication, we get this quadratic equation. Since roots are reciprocal of each other, when we multiply the root, it will become alpha into 1 by alpha, which is equal to c by a, right? So alpha into 1 by alpha is equal to c by a. So m minus n is equal to m plus n. This implies n is equal to 0. So I think option A is the right. Let's move to the next question, question number 19. If alpha and alpha square be the roots of x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0, then the equation whose roots are alpha to the power 31 and alpha to the power 62 are. So let's wait for 10 seconds. After that, we discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part. Since alpha and alpha square be the roots of the equation, so sum of root is minus b by a, which is minus 1, and product of root is alpha cube, which is equal to c by a, which is 1. So we have to find the equation whose roots are alpha to the power 31 and alpha to the power 62. So alpha to the power 31 plus alpha to the power 32 summation of roots is, let's take alpha to the power 31 as common, so 1 plus alpha to the power 31, right? So alpha to the power 31 can be written as alpha to the power 30 into alpha into 1 plus alpha to the power 30 into alpha, right? And alpha to the power 30 can be written as alpha cube all to the power 10, right? So alpha to the power 31 plus alpha to the power 62 can be written as alpha cube is 1, right? We know that alpha cube is 1. So it is equal to 1 alpha times 1 plus alpha, right? Clear? From here we can say that it is 1, it is 1. So it is alpha times 1 plus alpha, right? So from equation 1, alpha to the power 31 plus alpha to the power 62 is basically minus 1. We know that alpha plus alpha square is minus 1, right? So I think option C is the right choice, right? And we have to find the quadratic equation basically. And product of root, that was sum of root actually. Sum of root is minus 1. So product of root is alpha to the power 36 into alpha to the power 62, which is alpha to the power 93, right? So alpha to the power 93 is 3 alpha to the power 3 into power 31, which is equal to 1. So required equation is x square minus alpha to the power 31 plus alpha to the power 62x plus alpha to the power 31 into alpha to the power 61, which is x square plus x plus 1. So I think option C is the right choice. Now let's move to the question number 20. If alpha and beta are roots of equation x square minus a x minus a 1 plus b is equal to 0, then the value of 1 upon alpha square minus a alpha plus 1 by beta square minus a beta plus 1 by 2 plus beta 2 plus b 1 by plus 2 by a plus b is. So let's move to the solution after 10 seconds. Okay. So since alpha and beta are roots of this equation, x square minus ax plus a plus b equal to 0, then alpha plus beta is sum of root, which is a, and alpha into beta is product of root, which is equal to a plus b, right? So alpha square plus alpha beta is equal to A alpha. So alpha square minus A alpha is equal to minus A plus B. And alpha beta plus beta square is equal to alpha beta, right? First we multiplied with alpha both sides. After that we multiplied with beta both sides, right? So beta square minus alpha beta is equal to minus of A plus B, right? Therefore this equation is we put alpha square minus A alpha as minus of A plus B and beta square minus A beta as minus of A plus B. So plus 2 by A plus B, which is equal to 0. I think option C is the right choice. Now, question number 21. The value of A for which the sum of squares of the roots of equation this equal to 0. This assumes the least value. So sum of the squares of roots of this equation assumes least value. So let's move to the solution part after 10 seconds. Okay. Let alpha and beta are the roots of the equation. So x square minus a minus 2x minus a minus 1 is equal to 0. So alpha plus beta is minus b by a, so a minus 2. And alpha into beta is c by a, so minus a minus 1. Now alpha square plus beta square is a plus alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. So alpha square plus beta square is basically a minus 2 whole square plus 2a plus 1, right? Put alpha plus beta and alpha beta. After that we get alpha square a square minus 2a plus 6, which is equal to a minus 1 whole square plus 5. The value of alpha square plus beta square will be least if a minus 1 is equal to 0, right? This implies a should be 1. So option D is the right choice. Now let's move to the question number 22. If alpha and beta are the roots of the equation 2x square plus 2a plus b x plus a square plus b square equal to 0, then the equation whose roots are alpha plus beta whole square and alpha minus beta whole square is. So let's move to the solution after 10 seconds. Okay. Since alpha and beta are roots of the equation 2x square plus 2a plus bx plus a square plus b square equal to 0, so alpha plus beta whole square is basically a plus b whole square, right? Because alpha plus beta is basically minus of a by b, a plus b, and alpha beta is basically c by a. That means a square plus b square by 2. Now we know that alpha minus beta whole square is alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta, right? So we put the value of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. So a plus b whole square minus 4 a square plus b square upon 2, right? Which will be equal to minus of a minus b whole square, right? Now the required equation whose roots are alpha plus beta whole square and alpha minus beta whole square is x square minus alpha plus beta whole square plus alpha minus beta whole square plus alpha plus beta whole square into alpha minus beta whole square. Now we put the value of alpha plus beta and alpha minus beta. After that we get, after solving we get x square minus 4ab x minus a square minus b square whole square equal to 0. So I think option B is the right choice. Let's move to the next question, 23. Let alpha beta be the roots of this equation. Then the equation whose roots are alpha to the power n and beta to the power n. So we will discuss the solution after 10 seconds. Okay, let's discuss the solution. The equation given by x square minus 2x alpha 2x cos alpha plus 1 is equal to 0. So x will become 2 cos phi plus minus root over 4 cos square phi minus 4 upon 2. So x will be cos phi plus minus iota sin phi. Let alpha be cos phi plus iota sin phi, then beta will be cos phi minus iota sin phi, right? So alpha to the power n plus beta to the power n will be cos phi plus iota sine phi to the power n plus cos phi minus iota sine phi to the power n, which is equal to 2 cos n phi after solving this by using De Moivre's theorem, right? And alpha to the power n into beta to the power n is cos n phi plus iota sine n phi into cos n phi minus iota sine n phi, which is equal to 1, right? So required equation is x square minus 2x cos n phi plus 1 equal to 0. So I think option B is the right choice. The harmonic mean of the root of the equation 5 plus root 2 x square minus 4 plus root 5x plus 8 plus 2 root 5 equal to 0. So we have to take harmonic mean of the roots of the equation. So let's discuss the solution after 10 seconds. Okay, let's move to the solution part. The equation is 5 plus root 2 x square minus 4 plus root 5x plus 8 plus 2 root 5 equal to 0. Let x1 and x2 are the roots of the equation, then sum of roots will be minus b by a, which is 4 plus root 5 upon 5 plus root 2. Now x1 x2 is product of root, which is equal to c by a. So 8 plus 2 root 5 upon 5 plus root 2, which is equal to 2 times 4 plus root 5 upon 5 plus root 2. So assume this as equation 2, right? Which is equal to 2 times x1 plus x2. Clearly the harmonic mean is 2x1 x2 upon x1 plus x2, which is equal to 4 times x1 x2 upon x1 plus x2. So answer will be 4. I think option B is the right choice. Let's discuss question number 25. If the ratio of the roots of lambda x square plus mu x plus v is equal to 0 is equal to ratio of the roots of x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0, then lambda, mu and v are in. So let's discuss the solution after 10 seconds. Okay. Let alpha beta and alpha dash beta dash be the roots of the given equations respectively. So sum of root alpha plus beta is minus b by a, which is minus mu upon lambda, and product of root alpha beta is c by a, which is v upon lambda, and alpha dash c. We know that roots of this equation is omega and omega square. So alpha dash is omega and beta dash is omega square. Now ratio of the roots of these equations are equal. So alpha upon beta is equal to alpha dash upon beta dash, which is equal to alpha upon beta is equal to omega upon omega square. So we can say that beta is equal to alpha omega, right? From equation 1, we can say that alpha plus alpha omega, that is alpha plus beta. Put beta as alpha omega. So alpha plus alpha omega is equal to minus mu by alpha, and alpha square omega is equal to v by lambda. Clear? By eliminating omega, since we know that minus omega square is 1 plus omega, right? So we get mu square upon lambda square is equal to v by lambda. So mu square is equal to lambda v. So lambda mu v are in GP, right? Lambda mu v are in GP. Option B is the right choice. So let's discuss question number 26. If the roots of the equation 1 by x plus p plus 1 by x plus q is equal to 1 by r are equal in magnitude but opposite in sign, then product of the roots is. Let's discuss the solution after 10 seconds. Okay. So we can simplify this equation, and simplified form of the given equation is this: x square plus p plus q minus 2r x minus p plus qr plus pq equal to 0, right? So sum of roots is minus b by, as we know that. So sum of roots, so because roots are equal in magnitude but opposite in sign, right? So sum of roots will be 0. So minus of p plus q minus 2r equal to 0. So r is equal to p plus q upon 2, right? And product of roots, minus of product of root is p by a, right? Clear? Product of roots will be minus of p plus qr plus pq, right? So after solving, we get product of root as minus 1 by 2 p square plus q square. Putting r as p plus q by 2, right? We will put r as p plus q by 2. We get product of root as minus 1 by 2 p square plus q square, right? So I think option C is the right choice. Let's move to the question number 27. If the roots of the equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 of the form k plus 1 upon k and k plus 2 upon k plus 1, then a plus b plus c whole square is equal to, right? So let's move to the solution after 10 seconds. Okay, so roots are of the form this. So sum of roots is basically minus b by a. So k upon k plus 1 upon k plus 2 upon k plus 1 is equal to minus b by a. Suppose this is equation 1. Product of root k plus 1 upon k into k plus 2 upon k plus 1. K plus 1 will and k plus 1 will cancel out, is equal to c by a. Right. So after solving this, we get 2 upon k is equal to c by a minus 1. So c minus a upon k. So k is equal to 2a upon c minus a. Now, putting the value of k in equation 1, right? After putting the value of equation 1, we come to the conclusion that after solving, we get a plus b plus c whole square is equal to b square minus 4ac. Right? You can see the solution. Right? So, option C is the right choice. Let's move to the next question, question number 28. If alpha, beta are the roots of this quadratic equation, such that alpha, beta less than alpha less than 0, then the quadratic equation whose roots are mod alpha and mod beta is given by. So let's move to the solution part after 10 seconds. Okay. So since alpha and beta are roots of the equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, so alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a and alpha beta is equal to c by a. Now sum of roots of equation whose roots are mod alpha and mod beta. So mod alpha plus mod beta is, since alpha and beta both less than 0, so sum of roots is minus alpha minus beta, right? So this is minus of minus b by a, which is mod b by a, right? Since we know that mod alpha plus mod beta greater than 0, and product of root is mod alpha into mod beta, which is mod c by a. Hence the required equation is x square minus mod b by a x plus mod c by a. So equation is mod a x square minus mod b x plus mod c equal to 0. So I think option C is the right choice. Now question number 29. If alpha beta are roots of equation, then we have to calculate the value of this term. So we'll discuss the solution after 10 seconds. Okay. So let's come to the solution part. Let alpha and beta are roots of the equation x square plus px plus q equal to 0, and alpha plus beta is equal to minus p, and alpha beta is equal to q, as we know that sum of roots is minus b by n and product of roots are c by a, right? Now omega alpha plus omega square beta into omega square alpha plus omega beta can be broken as this, right? Since omega cube is equal to 1 and omega plus omega square is basically minus 1, right? And omega to the power 4, we know that is omega. So it can be broken as alpha square plus alpha square minus alpha beta, right? So it can be written as alpha plus beta whole square minus 3 alpha beta, which is p square minus 3q. Now also in the denominator part, which is alpha square upon beta plus beta square upon alpha, can be calculated as, put the value of alpha beta and alpha plus beta, right? We get denominator part as this. Now put the numerator and the denominator part, we get the value of expression as minus q upon p. So I think option A is the right choice. Now let's discuss question number 30. If alpha and beta are roots of the equation x square plus px plus 3p upon 4 is equal to 0 such that mod of x minus alpha is root 10, then p belongs to. Let's discuss the solution after 10 seconds. Okay. Clearly, we can say that alpha plus beta is equal to minus p and alpha beta is equal to 3p by 4. So alpha minus beta whole square is basically 10. So alpha minus beta whole square can be written as alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta, which is equal to 10. So p square minus 3p is equal to 10. So this is in quadratic equation in p. We can find the value of p is minus 2 and 5. So I think option T is the right choice, minus 2 and 5. Let's move to the next question, question number 31. Sachin and Rahul attempted to solve a quadratic equation. Sachin made a mistake in writing down the constant term and ended up in the roots 4, 3. Rahul made a mistake in writing down coefficient of x to get roots 3, 2. The correct roots of the equation are. So let's move to the solution after 10 seconds. Let the quadratic equation be ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 and its roots are alpha and beta. So Sachin made a mistake in writing down the constant term. That is, sum of roots is correct, right? Writing down the constant term, right? Because sum of root does not depend upon constant term, right? So sum of root is alpha plus beta, which is 7. Rahul made a mistake in writing down coefficients of x, right? Now product of roots is correct, right? So alpha beta is equal to 6. Clear? So correct quadratic equation is x square minus alpha beta x plus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0. Right? Put the value of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. We get quadratic equation as x square minus 7x plus 6 having roots 1 and 6. So I think option B is the right choice. Now let's move to the next question, question number 32. If alpha and beta are the roots of x square plus x plus 2 equal to 0 and gamma delta are roots of x square plus 3x plus 4 equal to 0, then we have to calculate the value of this. So we move to the solution part after 10 seconds. Okay, let's discuss the solution. See, we know that alpha plus beta is minus 1 and alpha beta is 2, right? And gamma plus delta is minus 3 and gamma delta is 4. Now, this equation can be solved. See, alpha plus gamma and alpha plus delta can be written as this alpha square minus 3 alpha plus 4, right, into beta square minus 3 beta plus 4. This is basically alpha square minus 3 alpha plus 4, right, because gamma plus delta is minus 3. And this equation is beta square minus 3 beta plus 4 because alpha plus beta is minus 1, right? Gamma plus delta is minus 3. Now, after expanding this multiplication, we will get this term, right? And convert all the terms in alpha plus beta and alpha beta, right? Clear? So finally, we get 50 plus 6 plus 4 times alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta, right? And we know alpha plus beta and alpha beta. Clear? After putting this, we get the value of this expression as 44. So option D is the right choice. Let's move to the next question, question number 33. In triangle PQR, R is equal to pi by 2. If 10p by 2 and 10q by 2 are the roots of the equation this, then. So let's discuss the solution after 10 seconds. Now, given R is equal to pi by 2, right? So P plus B will also be pi by 2, right? Because sum of all the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So P by 2 plus Q by 2 is pi by 4. Now, sum of roots. Take 10 both sides. 10 P plus P by 2 plus Q by 2 is equal to 10 pi by 4, right? 10 pi by 4, which is equal to 1. Now, 10 P by 2 plus Q by 2 can be broken as 10 P by 2 plus 10 Q by 2 upon 1 minus 10 P by 2 into 10 Q by 2. Clear? Now sum of roots we know minus b by a, and product of roots we know 10p by 2 into 10q by 2 we know c by a. By putting this we get a plus b is equal to c. So I think option C is the right choice. Let's move to the question number 34. If the equation k times 6x square plus 3 plus rx plus 2x square minus 1 equal to 0 and 6k 2x square plus 1 plus px plus 4x square minus 2 equal to 0 have both roots common, then 2r minus p is equal to. So let's move to the solution part after 10 seconds. Okay, let's discuss. So given equation can be adjusted as this, right? This equation and this equation have common root. So for common root, we know the condition 6k by 2 upon 12k by 4 will be equal to r by p equal to 3k minus 1 upon 6k minus 2. After solving, we get 2r minus p equal to 0. Right? So option C is right choice. Clear? So 2r minus p is 0. Next, question number 35. If the equation x square plus 2x plus 3 equal to 0 and ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, a, b, c belongs to r have a common root, then a is to b is to c is. Right? Both the equation have common root. So let's discuss the solution after 10 seconds. Okay. So both equations have a common root. Now we know that equation 1 has imaginary root, right? So, and we know that imaginary roots always occur in a conjugate pair, right? So if one root is common, then other root will also be common, right? So equation 2 will also have both roots common, same as equation 1, right? So a upon 1 will be equal to b upon 2 equal to c upon 3. This implies a is to b is to c is 1 is to 2 is to 3, right? So option A is the right choice. Clear? Now, let's move to the question number 36. The equation found by decreasing the roots of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 by 1 is 2x square plus 8x plus 2 equal to 0. Then, so let's move to the solution after 10 seconds. Okay. So let alpha beta be the roots of equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a and alpha beta is equal to c by a, right? Now, roots are alpha minus 1 and beta minus 1, right? Because roots are formed by decreasing each root, right? Formed by decreasing each root of itna by 1. Clear? So, sum is alpha plus beta minus 2, which is minus b by a minus 2, right? So, alpha plus beta is minus b by a, which is minus 8 by 2 equal to minus 4. Clear? And product of root alpha minus 1 into beta minus 1 is alpha beta minus alpha plus beta plus 1, right? So, we can say that c by a plus b by a plus 1 is basically 1. Therefore, b by a is 2. So, b is equal to 2a. Also, c plus b is equal to 0. This implies b is equal to minus c. Right? So, option B is the right choice. Thank you.